long before this fee was implemented by the city, many of the larger supermarkets in Ward 10 were already charging the fee. I was paying it at a number of different department stores along Bathurst Street, and long before the previous council acted, thousands of residents of Ward 10 and tens of thousands across the city were taking in their own bags to their local supermarket, or they were using the boxes that were available. The momentum towards the reduction of plastic bags in our city was not started by the role of the state. It was started by the education of the residents of Toronto, by the private sector, giving people the option that they can supply their own bag, they can save money, and they can protect the environment at the same time.
But I guess you can't teach.
Governance requires some kind of regulation. I mean, that's why we're here. We pass dozens of bylaws, we enforce dozens of bylaws, hundreds of bylaws, and thousands of bylaws. But we can't hyper-regulate when the private sector can play a constructive role in preserving our tree canopy, in ensuring that we reduce the use of plastic in our communities, and that we give people the choice of either bringing their own bags to reduce the cost that they incur at the supermarket, or to reduce the actual garbage that is blowing around in our cities. So from that point of view, I would say that it is time to rescind the hyper-regulating of this fee that many retailers, particularly small ones, feel very uncomfortable charging. They feel very embarrassed asking their good customers to pay the nickel. Some of these customers are extremely loyal over many years. Many are personal friends. It is very difficult for them to try and do the work of the state on our behalf. Secondly, we have enormous problems when people are declining a bag and walking out of various retail outlets with a product or item they have bought. It is very difficult at times for small retailers to determine whether that product was actually purchased and placed in a bag for security purposes. When someone's walking out with an item, it is very hard for stores without security guards or security systems, to really ask the person whether in fact they paid for it. If it goes into a bag that was supplied automatically, then that protects the store owner. Secondly, we cannot add more regulation to our small retail sector. They are struggling as is, and we can't keep the burden of this kind of government implementation on them. Many of the store owners in Ward 10, many shop owners are looking for less government in this area, not more government. I was amused earlier when I heard one of my colleagues say that we only cancel unsuccessful programs. Certainly there are current programs that are not particularly working well, particularly when it comes to regulating handheld devices. We make the programs better, and I believe that these amendments will do that, and I believe that it is time to let the free market take this forward, and I think it will improve and reduce the use of plastic bags in our city.